Hey you guys, welcome back to Journeys with Jay. Today's video is going to be all about the overlay method, and if you guys want to see how I achieved this look, then please continue to watch. First, we are going to start off with the nail prep, and most people will go in with an e-file, but I personally just like to go in with a regular nail file. This one is a 120/180. You can use whatever you have, and what we're doing is just lightly roughing up the surface of our natural nails. This way I feel as though we have a bit more control, and I know that a lot of concerns are that people are burning through their natural nail bed when they are using the e-file, because you do have to move really quickly and try not to hold it still too long. But yes, I'm just lightly, as you can see the motions, I'm going back and forth and just really lightly roughing up the surface of my nail. You don't have to do much because you don't want to thin out that nail. After roughing up the surface of my nails, this is what they're looking like so far. I'm taking a lint-free wipe, and I just have a little spray bottle of alcohol, so I'm just going to go ahead and spray that on there and use this to remove any dust from my nail beds and around the cuticle area. Today I'm going in with my Apres Gel X Sculpted Stiletto Nail Tips. Here I'm just sizing out the nails to my natural nail bed, making sure that the tip is not too small to where it feels as though it's squeezing my nail, nor too big where I have a lot of nail onto the side, because I can definitely cause lifting and you don't want your nails to pop off. When I'm sizing them, I'm also leaving a little bit of a gap between the cuticle and the nail tip, because remember, we're doing an overlay method, so these nails aren't necessarily going all the way back anyway, so you may be able to size down. The next thing that we're going to be doing is going in with our Model 1's dehydrator, and we will be using this to prep the inside of our Apres Gel X tips. As you can see, there's a number inside of each of the nails, and I'm just going to show you guys with the first few nails at regular speed as I'm slowly just patting that product inside of the nail. You'll see that the number starts to disappear, and it also assists with roughing up the inside of the nail tip, which will make for better adhesion. I am also going to be taking that same Model 1's dehydrator and applying it directly to my natural nails as well. This will aid with removing any shine that may have gotten on the nail while I was prepping, with having the glove on. Sometimes your hands can get a bit moist. So we just want to make sure that we remove all of that from the nail bed. And this is what they're looking like. I'm going in with the Model 1's base coat, and we're just going to be using this to apply a thin layer to all of my nails. After applying the base coat, I'm going to put it in my big lamp for 30 seconds. Next, we are going to start with the application of the nail tips, and I'm going in with my Creation Gel Soft Tip Extend Gel. As you know, this is my favorite. I will still try to find a link to put in the description box for you guys so that you're able to purchase this for yourself. I know I get asked so many questions about this glue. It's really good, I promise. I'm going to start with applying a generous coat just at the base of the nail. Not too much because this is a thicker gel and you don't really need as much, but it is a slightly generous coat. With my application for the overlay method, you see where I'm placing down that nail tip. I'm making sure to keep a nice gap as opposed to applying the extension back as far as I normally would so that it's more seamless. We want to keep that gap between the extension and our cuticle so that we can fill that in with the builder gel. And again, I'm just going to be showing you guys how much of the glue I'm applying inside of the nail and exactly how much space I'm leaving. This is what the second nail is looking like so far, and I'm just going to be repeating those steps for the rest of the nails. This is all of the nails once they've been applied, and then we're just going to go ahead and take our big lamp and cure all of the nails in there for 60 seconds. And as you can see, once everything has been cured, it's almost completely seamless, but then if you look close enough, you can still see that gap. So what we're going to do next is go in with our sponge file, and I'm just going to buff up the surface of the nail tip. Now, the reason why I'm doing this, you don't necessarily have to, but the reason that I am doing this is to assist with adhesion for the builder gel. After I'm done buffing the nails, I'm going back in with my file, and I'm just going to really be cleaning up that shape, making sure that my stiletto tips look stiletto and not necessarily almond. And I want to make sure that the shape of all of the nails look uniform. Once the shape is to my liking, I'm going to just dust away any of that leftover nail dust. To really clean off all of the nails, of course, I'm going back in with a lint-free wipe and some alcohol, and I'm just going to remove the dust from the surface of all of the nails. Now we'll actually be going in with the overlay method for the builder gel I'm using today. It's by Beetles. The first thing I like to do when applying the builder gel is start by placing it along the top of the nail, right where the extension stops and where my natural nail bed starts. And then I will start to work that product down towards the tip, making sure that any parts that go towards the tip of the nail are a bit thinner. And then I'm also going to work that product along to the side walls. The good thing about most of the builder gels that I've used, which this time I'm using Beetles, the last time I had a video for you guys, I used Model 1s. I love both of them, and I like that they self-level. So you'll see me right here slowly working the product back towards the cuticle area while still leaving a little bit of space, because that product will start to flow back a little bit more. And you see how even it already looks along the top? I love that. So yes, you just want to make sure that you're applying the builder gel all over the nail. And we're keeping this thinner. You don't need to apply too much product. But just remember, if you get a space where it's a little bit too much, apply a little bit more pressure and swipe it down towards the tip of the nail so that it can level out. Once I'm done applying the builder gel to the nail, I like to flip the nail over for about 30 seconds just so that the product can draw towards that apex just naturally, which I love. And then once I'm done doing that, I'll flip the nail back over and flash cure it under my flash cure lamp for about 15 to 20 seconds. Right here, I just wanted to give you guys a better look of what I meant when I said I'm leaving that gap. You can see it when I move the finger a little bit more. And the space between the cuticle and the gel extension is what we're going to want to fill in with the builder gel, as well as building up the apex. And of course, I will be repeating the same steps as with my thumb on the rest of my nails, and I am speeding it up just a bit, but I wanted to include all of these clips so that you guys are able to see me repeat that same method over and over. Just something else that I wanted to bring up during application is making sure that you have a very small detail brush and some acetone or alcohol to the side, because you're going to want to use this during application in case you have any glue products, any gel products that get onto your skin. You're just going to want to quickly get those removed before going in and flash curing the product in place. Remember, anytime you get a gel product onto your skin, you want to quickly remove it, okay, you guys? This is so that you can avoid acquiring an allergic reaction, and also making sure that you stay safe, especially with doing this at home by yourself. Again, I'm going in with a lint-free wipe and some alcohol, and I'm just going to remove any layer that may be sticky left over on the nail after fully curing the builder gel. I'm going back in with that sponge file and I'm just lightly buffing the surface of all of the nails, making sure that everything is smooth and we don't have any lumps and bumps and ridges. Next, I'm going in with my e-file and one of my sanding bands, and I'm just really cleaning up more so around the cuticle area first and foremost, and then I'm just making sure that the entire extension is nice and smooth, so you'll see me lightly working that sanding band back and forth across the nail. Done with the e-file, so I'm just taking that brush again and dusting off any dust that's still remaining on the hand and glove and underneath the nails. And I also like to make sure that I sweep everything inside of the dust collector and just making sure that I have all of that dust removed. I know at this point it seems like I'm repeating myself a lot when it comes to these lint-free wipes and alcohol, but it's because I use them a lot throughout the process. I used to use cotton squabs and cotton pads, and it left behind so much lint, so I highly recommend getting these. They're like a few bucks on Amazon, and they're super thin, so you get tons in the pack, and I just love using them. And again, I use this to remove all of that dust and any debris from around and under my nails. Alrighty, so this is what the nails are looking like so far, and I'm really happy with the way that the length and shape turned out. Next, I'm going to be going in with my Model 1's base coat again, and I will be applying a thin layer of this to all of my nails. After applying that base coat, I'm going to go ahead and cure it in the big lamp for 60 seconds. Next, I'm going to be going in with my all over color, which is my tried and true B072 by Beetles, which is also known as Pink Champagne, if I'm not mistaken, on Amazon. And I will be applying 2 coats of this color to the nails, and in between each layer I will be curing it for 60 seconds. And finally, I will be applying my top coat by D&D. We're just applying one generous coat to all of the nails and curing it in my big lamp for 60 seconds. After doing my final cure on all of the nails in the big lamp for 60 seconds, this is going to be the final look. I was not remembering to apply my cuticle oil at this point, so shame on me, but this is what the nails are looking like. I absolutely love them. They came out just as I imagined. If you guys enjoyed this content, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below what you want to see next. I'll see you guys on the next one. Ciao.